Um, there we go. Now you should be able to hear me. For some reason, the one scene that I did not check ahead of time was the one that didn't pick up a mic. But hi, everyone. Welcome on in. I hope you're all doing well today. It is good to be back. I'm going to start by issuing a small warning. I woke up with a really sore throat today, but I'm going to do my best to still go through the stream because I'm very excited about what we have cooking for you today. Because as you might have seen, we posted an announcement earlier this week. I believe it was on Tuesday. And thank you for the get well soon. But yeah, on Tuesday, we've announced that we are going to be working with a team called Sidetrack Games. If you haven't heard of Sidetrack Games before, they've just rebranded. You may know them as the MUG team or MUG team. They have been working on Raid World War II. You may already know that Raid World War II has been taken over by this group of modders that have done some really cool things with Raid World War II. And now it is time for PAYDAY 2 to get the very same treatment. Yeah, best news PAYDAY 2 could have gotten, not gonna lie, says Motivated Rookie. I agree, I'm super happy about this. Like, this is the best of both worlds. We get some incredibly talented team of modders to help us develop quality of life stuff for PAYDAY 2 while we get to focus on PAYDAY 3 and continuing to work on that. We are cooking some pretty cool things over on that side as well, but God, I forgot to get my stream deck and everything ready for this, so but it's so cool that you are all here. But let me bring you over to actually meet the Sidetrack team. Who's ready to say hi? Let's bring them on in. We're going to be doing this. Oh God, okay. Well, you're not visible, but you should be audible, so feel free to say hi. There it is.
Hello.
Hello. Hello there.
But yeah, this is the Sidetrack team, or formerly known as, do you say MUG or just MUG? I know it's a play.
We used to say MUG.
MUG, okay, yeah, so the MUG team. But yeah, chat, if you have any questions, now's the time to ask. But maybe we can start with like a quick intro of who you are in case people are coming in and like, wait, who are these guys? I don't know anything about Raid.
Left to right, or?
Sure, whichever.
Yeah, so I'm Leon. I kind of started the whole MUG team thing back in 2021 with a long story that there's a great documentary on YouTube about, if anyone's curious. And yeah, I do engine and tools development and some fixes on the engine side of these.
Awesome.
Yep, I am Rex. I've been around for a long time. I used to be a forum moderator for PAYDAY 2 as well, mostly on the workshop side. So I now do most of the level design for raids, new maps, and some of the gameplay programming. So we've got a lot of experience in everything.
Nice.
And I'm Zoatron. I've been in the modding community for a long time as well. I made Void UI and a few custom heists. And for Raid, I'm working on mostly like gameplay programming and HUD UI design, and sometimes levels as well, and a few other things.
That is awesome, thank you. And yeah, so PAYDAY 2 had its first update from your team specifically just not even an hour ago. How does it feel to have that out there? Was there anything in this update that, I know some people in chat mentioned like the Akimbo crash got fixed and stuff. Is there anything you were like, yes, finally I can fix this one thing that has pestered me as a fan?
I have one. It's the drill upgrade interaction time was shortened.
I was really happy when I saw that in the patch notes, because that's one of the things that I didn't know how much bothered me until Leon sent me the patch notes, and I was like, oh my god, thank god, you are my hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the one that bothered me the most were when you're in a camera and you just have your like cosmetics just floating in the sky.
And I see Simona in chat. Sorry, someone in chat is asking where you can see the patch notes. So if you go to PAYDAY 2 on Steam, it should be in the news section. It should have the patch notes there.
And for me, the most interesting one was the Wise Freeze, because that's a bug in Raid as well. It's an engine bug in Raid as well that we just realized at that point. It's like, oh wait, we have the same issue here. So it's funny to see like these cross thing, because it's the same engine but in very different versions, but you still get the parallels of fixing an issue there and going, oh, we have that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure that made it a little easier as well, because I mean, obviously, like you said, you've worked on Raid from before that, so you're very experienced with Diesel, which for those uninitiated, that is the engine that PAYDAY 2 is made on. And I see someone asking, what did it speed up exactly? So it's the interaction when you upgrade a drill. If someone else has placed a drill and you have more drill skills than they do, you could go to interact with the drill to upgrade it to use your skills instead of the person who placed it. That used to be a really, really long interaction, like longer than placing it. And now that has been shortened. But yeah, someone is also asking, tell us about other issues that are known for you in our work in progress. Immediately jumping ahead to the future stuff, huh?
Oof, we have a big list that we wrote down for a lot of issues. So I don't know if I can say anything specific, but yeah, we have a ton of issues. We have problems that the last few updates introduced that people really don't like, that we want to roll back. There's also a lot of issues like in stealth you can put on ECM and then cops stop calling. So issues like that should definitely is on the priority list.
That makes sense. But yeah, I'm thinking while chat can keep asking questions, should we jump into game and maybe play a little bit and people can start seeing some of the fixes potentially for themselves? I'm gonna switch over to the gameplay scene there.
Feel free to jump in. We're waiting in the lobby.
Yeah, I'm just a slow one, but I'm getting my game launched up now. I was a bit too scared to. I'm still like instinctively scared to tab out of my game, so to switch scenes and stuff. So I just haven't launched it until just now. But I am launching it now.
You play full screen, like regular full screen, or?
Well, I used to have a mod for borderless, so. But yeah, usually full screen.
Borderless, you say? What an interesting feature.
I know. It would be cool if we could fix that at some point.
Right?
Someone on Twitch is asking, will you try to change the current metas and change overall balancing in the future? Is that something you feel like you can comment on right now?
Yeah, balance is kind of a scary subject since a lot of people have already gotten comfortable with it.
Exactly.
How it is now. Some people are really not liking it, but we'll try and find some safe things that'll just make everyone happy.
Yeah.
See where we go from there.
Most of the balance that would happen is, what I mentioned previously, is the last updates that did balances that are not popular. So those rolling those back is, for the time being, are the only bigger balance changes we would do.
So I clearly have not been using the scene since I switched to a 2K monitor, so I just had to change. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I fixed it. All right. You guys said you were already in the lobby.
Yes.
Let me see if I can find you. All right, join game. Also, this is done through like because when I've played this game recently, I've used the steam command in like the settings, the properties for the game. This is without using that. I just want to point that out because I know a lot of people have speaking. As I said that, Rex disconnected. Oh no, I am so sorry.
Oh no, not this one. Yeah, this was not. I don't think this is the one we've.
Yeah, no, that's not the one that's related to that.
Yeah, this is a different issue. The problem is because it was just the three of us, there's a lot of problems that we just can't replicate, and they sometimes happen. But yeah, this is one of the other problems that need to be figured out. Yeah. Joining as a host should work better now, but as a client, there's still problems.
Yeah, Dana is saying this is a true Payday 2 experience. Correct. Correct.
Yep.
If it works.
But hey, that's what they're here to fix.
Yeah, we might need someone else to host if it doesn't like it doesn't like Zoe.
Yeah.
There's it's sometimes a bit particular in what it likes, but we're here to fix that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, if you need testing, like I guess I might go back to my roots as a QA tester after this. Oh no!
Someone else just took your spot. Should I do at friends only and then?
Yeah, feel free. I'll leave this one.
Yeah. What are we doing, Firestarter, right?
Yeah.
Warhunter asks, is there a plan to add new heist? Right now, the focus is on quality of life. Like, I don't know if you guys want to elaborate on this, but we need to focus on quality of life and fixes first and foremost.
Yes, first it's to make the game run and function properly, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Yes, indeed. All right, there we go. I got an invite. Someone is asking, Motivated Rookie says, flashbang timers were mentioned. How exactly were they changed? Maybe one of you can elaborate on that.
Yeah, that one was just for clients. Flashbangs were always 3 seconds, but now it should be 2 seconds on high difficulties for clients.
I have a feeling it doesn't like Rex being in this lobby.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I think me and
It's
Liz
very
can't
bad
connect.
Rex.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Yes, like that. Yeah, it is
Well-
definitely something between specific players.
I guess then we have one open spot.
I guess
Yeah.
we do, yeah.
I'll happily sit this run
If
out.
it doesn't
And
like
there's
Rex's
also
internet.
Yeah, there's also someone asking if the updates are for both Steam and Epic Games only, or only Steam, and they are for both Epic and for Steam, right?
For both, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for both.
God, I don't know. I write it up with a stealth build. I'm so sorry. I was not looking.
Wait, what build do I have?
Professional
I have my laptop,
developer,
okay.
by the way.
Do you want to restart or?
Probably, unless we're actually gonna stealth this, but that would
No.
be really hard.
So yes, we are.
Yeah, there you go. Rex
Yes.
is now in chat. All right, let's see. There we go.
I mean, Rex, we can try one soon again, but I think there's like a NAT issue
I'll do this one.
going on. Like it doesn't find you somehow. Oh, someone else is joining. Oh,
No backseats. Damn it, Matt. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Helmut's joining back up. Well, that at least worked. So. Mint is asking 64-bit when. That is definitely something that I think is on a lot of people's wish list. Alright, I'm gonna try to actually play and show that I also know how to play the video game.
for the 64-bit thing, it is definitely interesting to look at, but right now we do want to focus, as we said, on quality of life and bug fixing.
Mhm.
What we will want to address more directly and sooner is actually the main menu loads a lot of pointless assets right now that already
Mhm.
fill up like 2 gigabytes of memory,
Okay.
and that is what's causing the issue of people playing with high textures. Not being able to, like, some of the heist crashing if you are not on medium textures.
Okay.
So if we fix that, then that should already address it. But for the future, considering there's not really 32-bit OSs around anymore,
Yeah,
it's
no.
definitely something interesting to look at.
Definitely. And there's someone also asking, will the game size, sorry, be optimized so it's smaller? Because, yeah, I mean, this game has had a lot of work on it over the years, so the file size has gone up a little bit as well.
On Raid, we did file compression on the
Mhm.
Raid build of Diesel, and if we do 64-bit, we would do file compression in the same update,
Hmm.
because that would mean re-downloading the game's files entirely, so it would be a very big update. So we would like to combine those at that
Yeah.
point, to have it at the same time, to only have one big re-download of the assets and not multiple.
That makes sense. And it plans on making the 6-7. God, I don't know. I don't think we need 6-7 bits. I think 64 is enough.
128. Diesel for quantum computers.
Yep. Rosa Frame is asking, will you guys revert to changes to gas and taser nades? I'll admit I don't remember these changes, but maybe you do? Or maybe we need chat to elaborate.
I don't quite remember the gas changes, but I was trying to use the gas grenade launcher, and it was pretty underwhelming. Not much going on there.
Yeah, I think the changes they made to it also affected the fire effects in a negative way.
Mm-hmm.
That is definitely something that I want to look at.
Aw.
I
Yeah.
can upgrade it real quick.
I forgot that I was using this weapon, the Hailstorm, for an achievement.
I'm using Akimbos, because I can do that now.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And someone is asking, when is 16 bits? I want to play on my Commodore.
When you give me a time machine? Maybe?
Good answer. Ignacio is asking, are you planning to implement the Steam MM command as an in-game option? I don't understand really how matchmaking works, so I'm gonna let you
We
tackle
would
this one.
like to make the EOS matchmaking good as our first priority,
Yeah.
and make it work well. That is the prio for also the next stuff that's gonna follow, to make the connections more stable and try to not have the weird disconnects like we have now.
Yeah.
Because
think that is
we already fixed one with long usernames that people couldn't join, and we've seen a couple other in debugging that we weren't able to narrow down quite yet. But I think that should be the highest priority to make the thing that's currently default stable, right?
Yeah, no, that makes total sense to me at least. I'm trying to remember. How do I change my fire mode again? It's X, isn't it? No.
Alright, you
There
haven't
you
played
go,
this in a
V.
while, true.
Yeah, I'm
The fire
rusty.
modes.
And I can use jokers now without fearing that my bag disappears.
You know what, Happy
So,
wants to know, Zella, did you fix your sleep schedule? That's a very important question.
No, it actually got worse.
Sleep schedule? What's that?
Yeah, I know. My sleep schedule is also completely whack. Like, I was at San Diego at TwitchCon this weekend, so, like, I'm still jet lagged. What is the sleep schedule? Alright, should I start running some of these bags back? Also, like, I've been playing Payday 3 again. When's Transporter? When can I carry more than one bag? I've been
That's
spoiled.
funny.
So someone did ask on a post, like, when are you adding the raid carry system to Payday?
Yes,
not
that would be
surprised.
a lot of. That would be too much work. Honestly.
Yeah, that is fair.
I'd
Hendrik
be
asks
scared
if
of how many
there's...
mods we'd break.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
fair. Hendrik wants to know if there's going to be any medic bag quality of life updates.
Medic bag?
I guess if there's any changes going to be made to the medic bag. I'm not sure if the medic bag needs anything. Like, but then again,
Is
I
it
don't use it.
broken in any way?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too. Maybe you can elaborate, Hendrik.
Not sure what the medic bag would need. I imagine some changes to be done.
Oh, he
for
just
other
needs more medic
deployables.
bag. Okay.
More medics. Okay.
Just Dallas in chat hiding under a different username.
I see.
Is 100 something downs not enough for you?
Yeah, exactly. No, you're all good, Hendrik. You're all good. I just thought it was a real concern at first. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't, misrepresent anything. Alright, did we get everything?
I think we have enough, right?
We definitely have enough, so we can escape.
But the money.
That is the
Right,
thing.
the money from the safe. We
We go
haven't
for more.
got that.
Yeah.
There is a fun issue with that. You can throw it in the fire and it explodes.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, because you can choose to destroy it.
Rex, did you fix the glass panes on this? I don't
No,
know.
no. We
Okay.
didn't make any map
Right,
changes
that's
yet
right.
because that'd make it a larger update.
True.
We wanted to keep it nice and simple for the first one. It's a lot of stuff that people really wanted and needed.
Yeah, and I'm personally very
Yeah.
happy with the Akimbo crash being fixed because, like, I stream this game usually on my channel too. I had a period of time where I did it once per week for achievements and stuff, playing with people. And there were definitely a few times where people using Akimbos would join and they would crash my game because, like, they're running the mod with the fixes. So they didn't even consider the fact that that was a bug, and then my game will just crash and sometimes lock my entire computer, which is not very
One
fun.
thing I want to focus on as well is kind of making the crashes more verbose, because that's something we did on Raid as well, and it really helps us in actually debugging it. And also joining issues as well, when you get, like, when you join a lobby and you just get failed to join game, that is
Yeah,
nice but not very helpful.
exactly.
And
Like,
in the engine, we have a lot of states. Like, we have a lot of feedback that we could display if there was just messages for it. So we want to see if we can make these issues a bit more verbose of why you actually failed to join.
yeah, that's always really nice because that really helps, like, everyone to be able to troubleshoot themselves instead of coming to, like, the Steam forums or something to be like, help, I
And
cannot
even if
join.
they come to us, then we actually understand what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, someone coming to you and be like, help, I can't join, is like, okay, cool, where do we start this troubleshooting thing? Like, and I see someone on YouTube mentioning also update consoles. I figured that question was gonna appear sooner or later. Unfortunately, this is only for Steam and Epic Games only, because if you've been a fan for a while, you might remember we did the whole Winds of Change thing. Payday 2 on consoles is in a rough state, and in a dream scenario, I think we all would love to be able to fix that, but for right now, that's unfortunately not in the cards. I don't know how much you know about consoles in general. Have you ever worked with Diesel on consoles?
Good question. So for Raid, that is like Raid does have the console builds for PS4 and Xbox One, which we also can't update as of now. And it's something that we're always like for Raid specifically, we're curious to look at.
Yeah.
But obviously, with our team being very new and fresh and coming from the modding side, we've never done much on console like SDKs and how that works. So
That
it's
is fair.
definitely an interesting subject, but we're a modding crew. We are PC focused. That's where we come from.
Yeah. Speaking of PC, though, someone else mentioned, like, you know, I'm more worried about Linux than consoles. I know personally very little about Linux. What are your thoughts on that?
On the native Linux version, I presume they mean? That,
Possibly, yeah.
Used to be a thing before the changeover to EGS, because I think that's when that was no longer being updated. So, as of right now, that doesn't build, because on the EGS change that wasn't implemented on that. It is something that is interesting to look at in the future. It's not planned for the near future, but that is one of the builds that, because of the like Rise and Steam Deck and everything, it's a build that I find personally very interesting too, if we get the chance to look at it.
Yeah, because that was going to be like my follow-up, because again, I know very little about Linux, but I believe I've heard that Steam Deck runs on Linux, right? So I believe and PAYDAY 2 is Steam Deck verified, if I remember correctly, so I'm not sure if there's any sort of like correlation there. Yeah,
right now it uses Proton, so it uses the Windows version, but like uses a cross layer to make it work on Steam Deck, which is what most games do, but obviously a native version is like more performance-wise. So
that makes sense.
It would be an interesting thing to restore if we get the time and the chance to look at it in the future.
Yeah. Also, I'm not sure if this is something that you've explained already and I've just missed it in the patch notes. Was that quit out faster? Because I feel like that was way faster than what I'm used to, like from when we got into the escape zone.
No, that should be the same.
Okay, maybe
it's different every map.
Fair.
Yeah,
maybe that's what it is. I haven't played this in a while.
Yeah.
So everyone's dissing my FOV. I'm sorry, I love my default FOV. I get motion sick if I play in higher FOV, so sorry to everyone who prefers the higher FOV, but you're not gonna get it on my streams.
A little bit before, I know the escapes, they changed them at some point to be an instant escape when you enter the areas, because the timer wouldn't, like the point of no return timer would count down before you actually finish it.
Oh.
So some maps do have weird timers.
Yeah. Yeah, Alkali says fire started day one. It's just freaky like that. All right, it's fair. I've just been so long since I played this then, because I did not remember that at all. Yeah, Bossy's mentioning about AI. Sorry, did you see a different question you wanted to talk about?
There was a question above about VR implementations. Anything we want to touch up? I remember Leon was interested in how many people were actually talking about VR.
Yeah, because that's like, VR is the one that I, like when we do an update, I do test every update on VR, because I have like a setup at home, a quite big one, with a Vive Pro 2 and like wireless and everything.
Okay.
So I do test on that. And I was just curious, like, is there a lot of people that play VR and like to see some improvements made to that? Because...
All right, chat, show of hands. Who here plays PAYDAY 2 in VR? Raise your hand. Or
Now's
like
the
say
chance.
me or I, or like we want to see how many of you are out there.
The biggest issue we have is that Leon is the only one with a VR headset, so it's gonna be.
I have one around.
I mean, we can get the team some VR headsets. That's I think that's most little problems.
There's a few people speaking up saying that they've either played in VR or they want to. So definitely seems to be some VR interest. Yeah, there we go.
There's some mods out there as well of people making like VR improvement mods and stuff. So maybe there's stuff that we can talk to the creators of those, how they did things, or ask them, hey, would it be fine if we take those fixes and make them official or something? So there's definitely stuff that could be done on that front.
Well, there you go. There you go. You're raising 2 hands for your friend who plays in VR. Thank you. That is great. But yeah, that is very helpful for us to know as well how many people do actually play PAYDAY 2 in VR. I saw someone else asking as well about like how often they can expect updates, and it might be a bit too soon to offer like a very specific timeline, but do you have any like goals or ambitions you might want to share with people there?
We don't really have like a set timeline. It's pretty much like
When it's ready?
we do have, yeah, general ideas on what we want to fix, and then everything else is a bonus on top of that, and it's whenever it's like feels like this is enough for an update. We don't want to make huge updates, but we don't want to make small ones either. Yeah.
It's very much how we work or worked on Raid, where we kind of, when we feel it is at a point where we can make it an update and it's a nice round package that we can start rounding off, we do.
Okay, there's a clicker.
But it is very scary for a team of 3 to say, okay, next update is then.
Yeah.
And then like an issue comes up and maybe we will fix that. Oh, look.
This fucking clicker.
Yep. Thank you.
I'm getting destroyed over here myself. So I had to get one of you up. Yeah, my hailstorm was not serving me well there. That's what I get for achievements over efficiency. So one thing you've been begging for on a decade now, and I know it's complicated, but is any chance to get a weapon skin recycling system? I guess that's a question you guys might know more about, like how the Steam workshop and like skins and stuff work. I know very little about how they work.
Yeah, it's, I have some experience with how Steam handles like the inventory items, and it's going to be it'd be a mess to try and implement something like that. So we can't promise anything. But then there's also issues with like Epic players don't have any of the Steam skins because they don't have the inventory system like this. So it's kind of like a non-answer really. Not much we can do yet, and not much we can promise.
Yeah, that makes sense. I need ammo.
We do know the Steam inventory stuff from Raid, because that also has Steam inventory system and setup, so we do have experience working with it. Plugged.
Oh god.
Yes.
Cloaker!
Oh, I get.
Oh!
I see more people asking about the 64-bit stuff as well, so I don't know if you want to repeat what we already said about 64-bit. God, we're almost all down. Helmet, save us!
I can. So it is an interesting thing. It's not in the near future, but it's something that we would like to look at, also for simplicity on our build end, of course. And yeah, but for now, what we want to do is actually fix the game loading pointless assets in the main menu so that the texture crashing doesn't happen anymore. And that would be the fix for that, but 64-bit would also, for modders as well, for custom maps, would be an interesting thing to look at in the a bit further future, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the short for that is the hype for 64-bit is cool, but there's not really a need to focus on that over optimizing the game.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
Yeah, the biggest thing is also as well is that 64-bit would need to be in a done where it doesn't break mods, which is very difficult.
Exactly. And also not break saves, and there's a lot of things that are that might be dependent on the sizes of stuff in the game. So we need to be very careful doing stuff like that without breaking mods, without breaking compatibility with existing stuff people have. So yeah, that is something that, if that happens, we want to keep very much in mind.
That makes sense, yeah. Ooh, flashbang. That was another question I saw, and now I think I've completely lost it, and I don't remember what it was.
I can try and scroll for it. What might it have been?
Yeah, I'm sure more good questions will show up too. Oh shit, hang on. You good? Oh wait, I can't get out there. Okay, you got it, nice. But I have an ammo problem.
Died again.
Oh no. Oh no, what is happening?
There's a lot of stuff outside.
Shit, yeah. I don't think I want to go outside.
Alright, you only have one step.
Oh, you already had the... Okay.
Yeah, we're just waiting for you, actually.
Yeah. I didn't realize. I'm coming.
Yeah,
Thank God for Stoic.
Away.
Thank God for Stoic. I'm here. Yeah, we should get a hacker in the team lineup. We had someone placing an ECM at least. But yeah, hacker is a really nice skill for just immobilizing a bunch of the enemies. But yeah, someone else is asking, any plans on adding new weapons or if it's only QL updates?
We didn't really plan to add weapons at the time being. There were like talks about trying to figure out how to get like alternatives for some of the licensed stuff that's not available anymore, but there's really nothing on that for now.
Yeah, because I guess my question would be, and I don't know a whole lot about weapons, but I feel like, at least for Payday 2, like, there's so many weapons already in there. Is there any weapons, like, people feel like are missing? Because I feel like the repertoire is pretty good, like, except what you said about potential alternatives for things that are removed due to licenses and stuff. That's the only thing I can really think of.
I just want to jump in here and say it is super funny to see some modders that I clearly remember the names of in chat ask hyper-technical questions. Like, oh, in the Lua, will you fix this specific?
I think I completely missed that, but I probably would have gone way over my head anyway. But yeah, if you see anything like that you want to talk about, absolutely feel free.
I saw about the spawn groups not spawning, so we don't want to like touch that kind of stuff at the moment. In the future, there's definitely a conversation to be had about changing spawn logics a bit. But that's not something that could be taken lightly.
In general, everything that like kind of touches balance is very much we need to talk to everyone in the community and see how we can find a consensus together. Like what do we like the balance or the game to be, or like, and that I mean not us as a team, but everyone, so we can figure out a way how to change things without.
Yeah, the same thing answer for the hostage rescue team, because those only spawn during assault breaks, which are like 5 seconds at the moment. So you would only either need to make the assault breaks longer or make the HRT spawn during assaults and then have them a different like spawn logic and everything. And neither of those are like small changes. Those are very big changes to the game. So those are not just something we can do. And there's also the other factions like the Murkies and the Russians don't have HRD units, so those will need to be made.
Yeah.
So it's not just
I'm glad you touched on the spawn thing too, because that was the question that I saw someone asking about, like spawn cooldowns and stuff, and I completely forgot. But now that you mentioned it, like, yeah, thank you. That's what that's what it was.
Yeah. The spawn cooldowns is gonna be something.
I forgot.
Is something that's gonna be reverting, because in the last update that is part when they changed the spawn cooldowns to be way faster. So that is something we'll definitely look into reverting, because
yeah, I know you feel free to judge me for that one, Lack. Absolutely, I was autopiloting. But Payday Player has a good question here. Inventory has a search function, but weirdly not some team inventory menus. Will those finally get added?
I'm not sure which one.
When
you go into setting up the team inventory, yeah. That's at least my interpretation of it. When you select it for your team teammates.
I'll need to look into how that whole thing is set up, because it's a bit of a mess, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it right now. I'm in the main menu.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like an old version.
For us, it's very much an odd jump, I have to say, because we worked on the raid code base for like 2 years now, and there was so much stuff that was just like, okay, this is legacy, we cleaned up this, we upgraded this, and now you go back, like, sort of back to the Payday 2 one, and it's, oh, this is all still here. All the things that I removed like 1.5 years ago are still present in this. But on Payday, it doesn't really make sense to touch most of them, because it is very scary. On Raid, we have like our 50 people, right, that we are very close with, and we can say, okay, like, I changed these 20 things, what do you think?
Yeah.
But on Payday, with everyone being, like, we want to keep the game stable, and we want to keep it the community has a voice in this game, and they have an idea of what they like the game to be, and we want to stand behind that and not just make changes for the sake of change.
Yeah. I also just want to quickly see, I saw Matt Halser in chat who notices my weapon charm, which is a mod by him. Thank you. I'm still using it. I've had it for years and I love it so much. That was one of the main reasons to mod the game, get my charm. But yeah, there's someone else asking if there's any plan on implementing vanilla-friendly QOL mods into the game. I'm not exactly sure if they're referring to specific mods, but I guess maybe you have some thoughts on the just general question.
So on the topic of quality of life mods, there are some that we can take inspiration from, but we don't really want to just go out, grab someone's mod, and implement it as it is.
Which
we
makes
actually
sense.
have to, we have to take a look at how the game handles all this and make sure it's put in properly. And also, we don't want to mess with anything that's like that.
Yeah,
the
Zelly,
feel.
when are you gonna make Void UI vanilla?
Yeah.
Zelly, tell everyone how you feel about the Void UI code now. Like,
No,
when it's been,
yeah,
like, 10 years.
I wrote Void UI 9 years ago, and
Oh, hey, I got an
it's,
achievement. Thank you.
the code for it is definitely not up to the standards of what I would consider for myself today.
Mm.
Yeah, it's interesting to look back at like some ways stuff as modders like in the modding days changed, and then now that you have like the sort of official glasses on and look through it through like a sustainable lens of like, oh, how can we make this code base work in the future and how can we extend it? You're always like, oh god, I would never do it this way again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it worked as a mod, but for like something official, no.
Yeah, I see someone else as well. I think I maybe have seen this before, but I might have missed asking it. But someone asked, please ask this. Are there any improvements regarding perk decks?
Oh, that's back to being balance changes. I know there's quite a few perk decks that are a bit too strong or a bit too weak. There could be definitely a discussion about them to see which could be changed, but that's again one of those like not priority for now kind of
And
thing.
if I guess like a general thing to be said is if we do balance stuff, we were thinking, this is not like a confirmed or anything, this is just throwing our thoughts out there. We were thinking of maybe doing like a beta branch again. It's the same we did for Raid when we did the new skills, which really helped us kind of shape the system to be what people liked. So maybe that's something that can be looked into, to make a branch, let people try it, maybe in a more closed group, maybe in a more open group, in any shape or form, and see if the community can help us with getting the numbers right.
That makes sense. I also see someone asking if the Mug team is going to have a Discord server for Payday 2. So we're going to be inviting them. And I mean, 2 of you are already in the Discord server for Payday, because we have a general one for Payday, which is, you know, both the heist 2 and 3. It's all of them. But we're going to get them properly set up in there. Again, I've just been traveling. I'm a bit behind doing this, but they're going to be available in there to be able to see what everyone is saying, like bug reports, etc. And yeah, I don't want to invite people to ping you because that might be a nightmare, so I'm not going to do that, but
yeah, no,
they will be reading what you post.
Yeah, we've been in chat sometimes as well. We've been in chat sometimes as well, and I do want to say, if for anyone that joins the LGL server, we really, really appreciate you, but we would like to keep that raid. So if there's Payday stuff, we'll be on the Payday server as well. We like to keep that. We like to keep that sorted. Yeah,
keep it on topic. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see. We touched on this earlier, but since people ask it, maybe they came in late, so it might be worth reiterating. But someone is asking, is it possible to decrease the game storage space? So we can talk about that again.
If we do it, same update as if we would do, like when we can do a 64-bit update, if we would do that, then we would do a compression on the game files with the same update, because it would be a re-download of the files, so it would make sense to make that in the same.
Yeah.
And it is, like, technically definitely possible. We did it on Raid, so I don't see why it shouldn't be on Payday. Famous last words.
Yeah.
So
someone's going to clip that now, and they're going to come back to you and you're like, Leon, you said this!
You said! I trust in my skills. I know the engine well enough to think it's possible.
Yeah, caught, exactly. But yeah, thank you, Danny, as well, for posting the link. There's the Discord link to the Payday server. That's the official Payday server, and the Mug team will be present in there as well to keep an eye on the Payday 2 channels. If you want to say anything about Payday 2, both in general and to the Sidetrack team, please feel free to join that one. Don't bring it to the Raid server, the LGL server.
Payday the Heist 64-bit. Now that's it.
Now that would be something, wouldn't it? Yeah, someone is actually asking there, will there be doing QL updates for Payday the Heist as well?
Just for context, we're not working on Payday the Heist.
Yeah. Exactly, that's the answer for that one. This is just for Payday 2, I say, as if that isn't a massive game with a lot of work ahead of you, while you're also still supporting Raid World War II as well, just to add that. This is just 3 people, by the way. Like, we gotta portion out their workload here.
Yeah, like starting, I guess, for some context for people, because I don't think anyone knows. So we came from like the modding side, and we've made Sidetrack Games now, and we're gonna do this full time starting January next year.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we still have jobs and do it when we have time.
Mm-hmm.
But from January on, this will be our full time gig
Mm-hmm.
for both Raid and Payday.
There you go. Yeah, forget Payday 2 64 bits, embrace Payday 3 16 bits. That is truly the future right there.
The Commodore version. 8-bit to do it on a microcontroller. That's definitely...
That would be funny. That would be very funny.
Rewrite the entire engine in native C. That's
someone could maybe port Don't Be a Hero to a Commodore machine.
That could be fun though. I'd be down for that. Yeah, Payday 3 exactly. Payday 2 for DOS 1. When are we getting the DOS update?
On the Raid crew, the joke is always when Raid on 3DS.
I like that one too. That's really good.
Because I talked about that before to some people, where I have like a collector's thing, like a 3DS, where I did some, like I used to, before I did modding stuff, or before I did Raid stuff, I had like a side project of mine where I did like a modded 3DS, very simple 2D game engine. And I told that to some people, I'm like, okay, so when are you putting Raid on 3DS?
Nice. And
then that became the running gag.
I like that. Sprint says documented changes, blammo. Correct.
I think not to pat myself on the back, but we're very good at writing change logs.
Good.
On Raid's Resurgence update, was it Resurgence? Yeah, we broke the limit for Steam patch notes.
Yep.
Damn.
So we couldn't actually post it because it was too long.
Yeah, we had to split up the announcement from the patch log.
I guess we should do another short one now after the
let's do it. And while you pick a heist to play, I see Ollie-Prof was asked what mods of the Sidetrack, they said Sidekick, but it's Sidetrack Games. But what mods have you made in the past? Someone mentioned Void UI already that Zealotron has worked on. Is there any other ones you want to mention? Quick lab rats, yeah, quick DSOD lab rats, easy.
Oh, DSOD lab rats.
I can pull up.
I wanted to do a Big Bang because that's one of my favorite maps. It's a bit longer, but I think we.
Yeah, no, I can stay extra if we need to. I don't have a hard cutoff or anything today.
Sure, perfect.
But yeah, for what mods we've worked on, I mostly did custom heists. So I had things like the Gensec Hive heist, was a giant Gensec vault with vaults everywhere. I worked on a lot of like some silly stuff, April Fools, Hedge Maze, and Halloween maps. I like doing those. Those were fun.
And the button job.
We were thinking at some point, maybe if it be, I don't know if it'd be on the Payday channel or the LGL channel or somewhere, maybe doing like a showcase of some older stuff, because there's also Rex and Zelly worked on a lot of stuff that never actually got released, which is kind of fun stuff. So maybe that could be interesting, doing like a little showcase of our past.
That would be really
cool. The big
cool.
Warzone project was a great one.
Yeah. Also, someone's saying Blue Shell Redux is if we do Big Bang, we have to do Bus Escape.
Oh, I would do C4 telling, but yeah, Bus Escape, why not?
I guess.
Also, someone is asking if there's any plans to touch any achievements. That's probably something that is on the mind of a lot of achievement hunter. Are you planning on whether tweaking, adding, or removing any of the achievements?
It hasn't really added like removing any.
Yeah, there's not much reason to remove any.
I would.
There's a lot of them, but they
I'm
have
not
a purpose,
aware
technically.
right now. Is there like one of them that is unobtainium? I do know we are aware that like there's no free sniper right now in the game, which is a struggle for some of those achievements.
Yeah.
So that's definitely on our minds. That's a thing. But otherwise, I think as long as all of them stay obtainable, it's good to have them.
There was a fire-related achievement that had some trouble. I think we'll be working on a fix for that eventually. It's one of the things. That's all I know.
Any plans on fixing the gun echo? Last I heard, a couple of updates broke it. I am not entirely sure what that is about. Maybe you guys know?
might be about like the old sound system. That was more than a couple of years ago.
Fair.
We don't really know how that one works. It's something in Wise we would have to look at and like how they set that up and how it works. It's
If someone, Zali, you want to ready?
yeah, I'm just buying stuff.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
If someone can pinpoint us to like a specific update where it broke, I guess it's something we can look at because we can go back on the changes and see what.
Yeah, that
changed.
makes it easier.
There you go. There's
so
a
if someone
task
has
for you, chat.
specifics, that's always great.
And I saw someone also asking. Sorry if I'm jumping ahead too soon. Feel free if you want to
Sure. All
stay
good.
on one. But someone was asking about vehicle handling. That's always a fun one. People have to bring up diesel being a racing engine and all, and how vehicles don't necessarily handle the best.
I want to use this time that I have now to finally correct that statement.
Thank
that
you.
There's two racing games made on this engine, and afterwards it was only shooters. And Lua only existed in the shooters. It never existed in the games that had cars. Okay. But the vehicle system is completely different from those old games. But vehicle handling is something that also the maps need to be really made for. That's something we realized on Raid, that if the maps aren't really made for it. I think we should look at one thing I would like to look at is the hitbox of the bike, of Rust's bike. Because that one is the entire width of the bike, and like including the mirrors, and it's just a cube.
Oh.
So maybe that can be adjusted now that I think about it.
Yeah, but we do have to set like a lot of stuff up on our side because we do have like work in progress tools for Raid, and we have to finish those for Payday as well before we can do those kind of changes.
We do have we did make some modeling tools that we use for different modeling software, and I mean, maybe in the future we did some modding tools for Raid, so I think it would be cool if we could make them work for Payday as well, so that if we make like a model exporter that we've made anyway, we can like give it to the community so they can make 3D models, because I know that is a big hassle for a lot of custom stuff, so
yeah,
maybe we can see if we can get some community tools out there as well in the future.
Yeah, the one thing that is planned to try to add is we made a crash handler for Raid, and we would like to add that to Payday as well, so people don't have to go text file hunting.
Oh, you heard the drill, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I mean, we're loud anyway, so...
Yeah, there you go.
So anyone found the
there was a question I saw a minute ago. It was about adding more skins from the workshop.
Oh, adding more skins. I would like to do that, but this has that issue again when on like EGS they're not available. And my concern is a lot of those creators have probably moved on from the game, and technically we can still take those skins, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Take the skin from someone who's like not even
in the community anymore.
No, that makes sense.
It'd be good to at least poke them, if from the developer comments, just poke them and see if they are still around and if they're okay with continuing.
I also saw...
It's a bit of work as well. It's a bit of a work to implement these skins now as well.
Definitely. Yeah, I saw someone else asking as well, and it might be good to recap now that we're slowly approaching the end of the stream after this heist. But someone asked what is new in this update. I don't think we actually went through the patch notes specifically, apart from just mentioning they're there in some of our highlights. Do we want to go through what do we fix today?
Yeah, Rex, since you have the...
Yeah, I can open the page.
Yeah,
we have... Yeah, the gameplay fixes include things like interaction timers for the saws and drills and thermal lamps to be faster for upgrading. The carried loot bags would be consumed if someone was taking a joker at a bad time, so that one is fixed. There was floating hands and like cosmetics in camera menus, along with enemy flashbangs between clients not being timed correctly, and ordnance bag equipment. If you left and rejoined, it would not be considered used, so you could just leave and rejoin and place them over and over again. No one noticed that. And probably the best one here is Captain Winters is an immortal now if you kill his entire squad before he arrives.
That was a bug for 8 years, I think.
Oh my god.
More.
Yeah, since it came out.
Since Captain Winters was released.
So 10.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is bound to be more instances where that breaks. But for the main one is fixed. Crap.
I got it. I'm here.
We're just stealthing it now with loud builds.
I think that's it though.
Yeah, well, we're not gonna stealth the back part, yeah.
I also see someone asking about the DRF. Are there any plans to revert that? I presume that's the damage fall off that I know some people talk about every so often.
That's again one of those like big balance things that we're not really ready to tackle yet. I'm not sure if we can just outright remove them. The better thing probably would be to try to make them less annoying.
Yeah, probably instead of removing it, it would be smarter to actually make it function in an enjoyable way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're actually more, you benefit more from the fall-offs instead of you're being penalized. Because I use the SMGs a lot, and I just see that tiny little hit mark and going, oh yeah, they're punishing me for this.
Yeah. As I see someone's asking me why I'm playing Stoic and Stealth. I didn't plan on this being Stealth, so this is my loud build. This is not intended. We just happen to have not been spotted yet, somehow.
We just happen to have dodge builds, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but now it's over.
I was scared.
Yep, now it's over.
Yep, okay, thank you. I don't need to be worried about this alarm. No.
I'll get the crane.
Perfect.
Ow!
But I'm very happy to finally had the opportunity to correct the racing game engine name.
Yeah.
It's one of those things working on this engine for so long. Like, the engine has a lot of interesting history from... like, there is stuff that still exists from, like, 2001 ballistics that is in... like, not code necessarily, but concepts of how the engine kind of works. Because Diesel was one of the first games that had deferred render.
And also
So,
one
like,
of the first engines that used shaders.
I didn't
or
know
like pixel
that.
shaders specifically, but it's an engine with a very, very rich history. And there's a lot of stuff it can do if given the time and love and care.
And yeah, Diesel only had shooters made on it since like 2004.
Yeah,
So it is a shooter engine.
it is, yeah. And I've seen some people ask about voice chat as well, bringing voice chat back. Is that something you have thoughts about? I don't remember Payday 2 ever even having voice chat, personally.
It had Steam VoIP, yeah.
Yeah, it had Steam Voice. The Epic implementation seemed to have disabled it. We do want to fix that, because that is kind of important when people don't want to just use Discord for everything.
And EOS has voice chat, so I think we can look at that, yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Well, there you go. I hope the voice chat enjoyers in chat will be happy to hear that.
Because it's like a very good feature for finding friends or just quickly communicating with someone.
Yeah, especially like sometimes I'm just in the mood to just quickly do a heist. I don't want to like gather up my entire friend group, so then I might just join pubs, and then yeah, voice chat can be super helpful instead of needing to like stop and type everything out, especially if you're trying to do stealth and something more elaborate.
Or you're trying to quickly say cloaker. Oh yeah, but the guy already walked through the door. This is the spawn where he can walk through the door.
Right.
This is a unique model. This is the only time this guard model is used in the entire game.
Huh.
Trivia, the more you know.
Yeah. Someone else is asking about optimization in Heist. That's one I think I might maybe missed to ask before, but yeah, there's some problems with Heist. I know White House is a great example as well, but also like just Silk Road and onwards. Do you have any thoughts about the optimization there?
That'll probably be a me thing. I'll have to look at it when I have time. I want to go through a lot of the maps and try and fix some of the obvious mistakes. So performance issues, I think, are the focus on White House. Because I think the occlusion and the portal work to not render so much stuff is a bit wonky.
I think the another thing we should do is we did something on Raid, like a debugging thing, to figure out which of the models had like the wrong size of texture set to it, which basically made the shaders for it invalid and constantly throw GPU errors. You don't really notice them, they get like thrown in the background, but if those accumulate, that's also a lot of GPU time wasted, so it's something we did on Raid that we probably could debug on Payday as well.
I remember for Raid, that was actually a really big issue, because when we fixed those mistakes, the frame rate basically doubled.
That was nice.
It was quite a big increase, actually, so it's a good thing to look at. Because if you call 20, 30, 40 broken shaders every frame, that kind of adds up.
That's huge.
Anyone want to help with the beast?
Oh, right.
Help. I'm
Objectives.
supposed to do work,
Cooperation. In my heisting game.
right? Imagine.
Objectives. Right.
I got a spare part. Oh my god, I'm sorry. My dogs are starting to act up. It's getting close to the time where I usually walk them, so they're like, why are you ignoring me? Why are you on your computer? I'm so sorry. You will be walked soon.
Keeping you in check.
Yep. They sure are.
They will have to wait for 10 more minutes.
Yep, it's fine. We're almost done. Surely, we're almost done. I'll pet the dog in a bit.
Anyone still have some crazy questions?
Probably. Oh, there's one. Are there any platforms we can follow Sidetrack? If people want to stay tuned to what you're working on, where's the best place to go?
That is a good question.
Yeah, we don't really have social media at the moment. We do have a website, but that's kind of like a placeholder.
I guess join
So,
Discord
yes.
for like Payday 2 related things at least, and if
Yeah,
you're curious
yeah.
about.
Minutes of Discord, Raid, and general Sidetrack news will probably post on the LGL server for the time being.
Yeah.
And we don't really want to make a Sidetrack Games Discord because that's like we're 3 people and we just like started doing this, so it's all a bit new for us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we
probably,
already-
I guess socials at some point we have to kind of set up.
Yeah, for now we already have enough like avenues to get connected, so we don't want to have like another thing to keep in track of.
No, for sure. And I also see
And
someone.
also someone
sorry.
has to manage them.
Yeah, for sure. Someone was asking about people need optimization, yet Akimbo still frees game for every other player, no crashing. Well, you might be happy about today's update. Because the
Yes, that
Akimbo
was
fix
fixed.
is in today, so as of today, that is no longer an issue.
I know people are still going to scare me with that, though.
Oh,
When I hear
definitely.
someone say there's an issue, and then they don't realize it's already been fixed.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, Matthew
that
told
happens
me. Is
very
that-
quickly as well.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, Matthew was asking, will the event weapons like the musket, the snowballs, etc., will be available at all times?
No.
Isn't that part of the fun that they're only available during the event? So maybe I'm weird. I find
Yeah,
that part of the fun.
those were deliberately made to like break the balance in very big ways, and making those always available would be a bit pushing it.
Yeah.
As we said, we do want to keep the game's balance in mind.
The little it has left.
Right. There's also a general thing we realized on working on Raid where you see like a bug in a system, like in a core system of the engine, and you go, oh, that's like something that we really should fix, like that's bad, and then you start unrolling the loop of like, okay, this affects this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and suddenly you have to like, if you would fix it, you would have to rewrite like half the code to actually make it work.
Yeah.
So sometimes it is better to rather not touch it and leave a comment saying, hey, if you change this, you will have to look at these other 20 places. But it's always something you have to kind of weigh on how much, like, is it worth to make a change?
Yeah. And I see Tidal is asking something. We touched on this earlier, but I'm happy to reiterate for people who may have come in late. I mean, I know we're technically going into the next hour now. We usually don't stream this late, but they're asking about how often can we expect updates. I know you guys moved to being full-time in January, but I'm just wondering what's the very rough estimate on updates. Maybe we can reiterate what our answer is for this.
Yeah, for this year, if there's like no big issues with this update, if there are, we will do hotfixes. But if there are, we do have another update planned for this year. So it's not gonna be like every other week. It's gonna be like maybe in like December we'll have another one for this year, and then for next year, I don't know yet.
Yeah, because it also depends on like you said earlier, like it depends on how much you have ready as well, because you don't want to push updates just for the sake of pushing updates. You want there to be like some substance to it.
Yeah, for next year we have to kind of sort ourselves because it's our first full-time part. So
Yeah.
it's very much something we have to get used to
Which
kind
makes
of see
sense.
what cadence we can keep up with.
But I'm sure we'll do more streams, right? As soon as you have something to share, I'm sure we'll be sitting here again in the future talking about
Sure,
what's happening
definitely.
and give everyone an update on how's it going.
If people want to see those, definitely.
Yeah, I guess it's a good question. Yeah, we haven't wrapped up yet. We're still wrapping up this heist. But Chad, have you enjoyed the stream so far? Would you like to see us do more of these and talking about Payday 2 and what the Sidetrack team is cooking up? I haven't even finished my sentence and I already see yes.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
also like grab minimum loot. I don't think we should hold off for much longer. Sorry for picking a long one, but I really wanted to do
No,
the
it's
thing
all
again.
good. It's all good. The only people who are upset are my dogs. And yes.
We had a question. Are we going to focus on full-time Payday 2 or Raid? It's going to keep. So that ruined my brain in English. Are we going to work on Payday 2 or Raid at the same time?
I guess that's easy to answer. Payday is our job, Raid is our passion. I think that's
Yeah.
a good
it's,
wording.
we
That's a
like
good
working on
answer.
Raid. It's fun.
Yeah, Raid has been the side project next to our main work, and that's pretty much gonna be the same.
But yeah, we will be supporting both.
Awesome.
Like, we won't abandon Raid because we think it's cool.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, it's useful
Yeah.
too, because like stuff you work on for Raid can, I mean, not necessarily be ported over to Payday 2, but like the learnings you get from working on that can definitely be helpful for Payday
Yeah.
2 as well.
defo. And especially on the engine side, there is a lot of parallels on some bugs I've fixed in Raid where I go, oh, this I can just move over essentially.
Definitely.
And yeah, and vice versa. That's like the good part. If we find an issue, we can fix in both games. If it's applicable.
Yeah, like some of the like networking stuff we did for this, we also talked about like, oh, this could work in Raid as well.
Yeah, I moved them over to Raid as well.
Oh, you already did.
Yes.
Nice.
That was fast.
I don't remember if I have drill skills, so I apologize if it's bad.
I
But,
have a saw.
Someone else. Zelly brought
but hey, at least the upgrade's fast now.
Yep.
Calling in the bus.
Oh god. I was gonna grenade. You can tell that I've been playing Payday 3 lately. Just trying to actually press G for grenade. And then I just threw my bag
when
into all the
when I
cops.
do switch between the games to do like play the newest Payday 3 update when it came out, I was also like, oh, whoops, grenade. Sorry.
Oops.
Yeah, now switching between Payday 2 and Raid is stripping me up. Stripping up a couple
Yeah.
differences.
On especially on the like production side, on the editor side, we have like different shortcuts, or we like fixed bugs in the editor that in the Payday 2 editor level editor aren't fixed yet. So
Oh,
it's very much whoops. This is something
Yeah.
we still need to move.
When I started like working on it, there was like a hotkey to just down myself every time I crouched, and I couldn't figure out why that was happening.
So I see someone else is asking about factions. Are you planning on adding any new faction? I mean, it goes back into what we talked about, new content, right? With the focus being on QL, but feel free to give it your own answer.
Yeah, I don't think anything about new factions would happen because that's a whole thing, like audio work, models, characters, the whole situation that needs to be added as well. So none of that, but we will probably tinker with the enemy spawns someday, so we can, like the HRT question from before. Some of those units may come back.
Bags
So
are being
about-
taken, by the way.
Yeah, I mean we can just leave. I guess it's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's just overkill. I don't think we're gonna get.
You know, fair.
And in Payday 2 there isn't the all back bonus, so we're not
Yeah.
missing out on some. We're missing on the.
But
XP
I'm
bonus.
greedy. You underestimate the fact that I'm greedy.
Okay.
I want it all.
Do it for the money.
You need it.
Follow the money.
Silly.
Exactly.
Here's a good question for you, Zilly. Are there plans to bring the mantle system from Raid to Payday?
No, I don't think so, because it'll just there's so many possibilities for that to break so much things.
We don't plan on changing the movement of Payday 2.
Yeah,
I think a lot of
that's
people
big.
like it the way it is, and I don't think it's a good thing to touch.
Yeah, for Raid we liked messing with it because it was that we had the chance to actually make these changes.
Nope.
But for Payday, it'd be too big.
And you also want to have Raid keep some exclusive features.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're different games with different identities, right? They shouldn't be like
Yeah.
Exactly.
copies
We
of each
changed
other.
raid. We changed raid to have its own thing,
Mhm.
and I don't think it's the sensible thing to now go. Okay, now let's put all of those in Payday, where it's like, well, we do one like on raid people didn't like it, and on Payday I think a lot of people, at least me personally, I like the movement a lot. I think it's fun.
Yeah, Payday 2 shouldn't
Solo
be
and
like
ammo.
changed completely.
All right.
We got stuff. Jump in the van.
All right, we good?
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Will we ever get the return of the comically large spoon? I presume you're talking about Payday 3 because pretty sure it's still a thing in Payday 2. No, I don't have it on this loadout, but I was like, I have it on some loadouts, but I presume that's a Payday 3 question.
Didn't the spoon return as a?
It's
a
a
little
charm. It's a comically
charm?
small spoon. Yes. There you go.
So
GG.
there you go. It did return.
GG's.
Exactly.
We had to, like, when we got to work on Payday and started work on Payday, it was very interesting to actually get into the Payday mindset of playing the game again, because Raid changed so much in the pacing of how you move.
Oh yeah.
That it's like, okay, now it's quick and I just run around.
I'm gonna just close my game. We can hop back over to the little chat scene that I set up to wrap things up. But let's see. There we go. All right, and then I hop over here. All right, there we go. So we're gonna wrap things up very shortly. But thank you all so much for watching. Do we maybe want to recap what we've gone over so far? Basically, in case you're just tuning in, the people that I have here on this side, this is the Sidetrack team, formerly known as the MUG or Mug team. They've been working on Raid World War II, and they're now taking over and also supporting us on Payday 2. Do you have anything you want to mention to everyone? Very open question, I know.
Well, be vocal, voice your feedback. We're sorry. We're here. We're in the channels. We're in the Discord, the forums. We read literally everything mostly that people write.
Yeah, voice them in the correct places if you can.
Yes.
Yes.
The bug reports and the Payday 2 stuff. Because that's where we
will
look.
try to look at most things that people say.
Yeah.
And see what we can address.
Obviously, we can't address every single thing, but
Yeah.
we'll try to make a priority list of them.
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously you have your work cut out for you, and you're just 3 people, at least for now. So you know, there's a lot of things to tackle, and you have your own list as well as, of course, making sure that the players get to see what they want to see as well. Don't forget Linux, Foxbat says.
I have it in mind. I'll keep it in mind. I've been asked multiple times by multiple.
There you go. I see someone saying I've been vocal here asking for 4 crashes on the newer heist. I presume you mean about crashes, but we did talk about optimizations on the newer heist previously. Maybe want to recap that answer real quick.
Yeah, it's rather than spending so much time on 64-bit, we're probably going to focus on optimizing the packages, so then you're not loading so much stuff, so much junk, that then causes the out-of-memory crashes that people seem to be experiencing the most.
And I also saw a question that's very, very topical right now, but someone was asking about a Halloween update for Payday 2.
I don't think we can make anything.
Bit short notice.
That's a bit.
Only 10 days?
Yeah.
Sorry, 7 days?
Quickly, make one. I don't think that's in our ability. We're close to performing miracles, but not that close. So.
Not quite yet. We're modders, not miracle workers. Although it's almost the same thing. In some
That's the same
regards.
starting letter.
Yeah,
Both
exactly.
start with N.
But yeah, I think we're gonna leave it there. But thank you all so much thank you first of all to the Sidetrack team, of course, for joining me on stream today. It was really cool to have you here. It was nice to come back to Payday 2. It's been a little while since I last played the game, but I'm very excited to get updates, see some quality of life improvements coming in, and thank you to chat, of course, as well. So reminder again, if you have any questions or anything you want to raise about Payday 2, we do have the official Payday Discord. You can go to the Steam forums, of course, as well. And these guys right over here will be having a look. I will will of course be helping them report back to them as well if we see any trending topics and stuff to bring up. So yeah, keep playing Payday 2, keep voicing your concerns, and of course, while Sidetrack Games are focusing on Payday 2, we at Starbreeze, we are still focusing on Payday 3. So even though I didn't have anything Payday 3 related today, there are things happening on Payday 3 as well. So, you know, keep playing both games. There's gonna be some stuff coming on both of them in the future. So, yeah, any final words before I take us off?
Well, thanks for having us, and thanks everyone for watching.
There you go. All right. Bye.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.